What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2021 movie Encanto. So, in this movie, the tale of an extraordinary family, the Madrigals, who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in a magical house in a vibrant town in a wondrous, charmed place called Encanto. The magic of the Encanto has blessed every child in the family with a unique gift, from super strength to the power to heal every child except one, Mirabelle. But when she discovers that the magic surrounding the Encanto is in danger, Mirabelle decides that she, the only ordinary Madrigal, might just be her exceptional family's last hope. So, I absolutely love this movie. I think it's a really, really great movie. The Madrigal family is easily one of my favorite set of characters in a recent Disney movie. I love all of these characters and everything. I think they all have their own awesome, unique personalities, and I love their powers and stuff. I think they all have their own cool powers and everything. So I really like that a lot. And everything. I think that the characters are really great in here and everything. Mirabelle especially is my favorite. One of my favorite characters in recent Disney ones. Although I would say I think I like Raya from Raya and the Last Dragon just a tiny bit more and everything. But I really love Mirabelle too, and I also love Asha from Wish and everything. But Mirabelle is really great. And I think the rest of the supporting characters are great too. I don't know who my second favorite is. I really like Bruno as well. I know we're not supposed to talk about him, but still like him. And Abuela is the grandmother. I thought she was a pretty good character. Like she's not your typical Disney villain. She has her issues and stuff, but she is like a human though, and I like how she is written and everything. I think that they could really do even more with her if they do decide to continue this with sequels or whatever. Because I don't know. I just have a feeling that since Disney is about to go into sequel mode because of last year's flops, I have a feeling this one is going to be one they announce a sequel to here pretty soon. I'm kind of surprised they haven't yet, to be honest. But I really like all the other characters. Another one of my favorites is I think her name's I think it's Louisa, the one that's really strong and stuff, and she sings the Surface Pressure song, which is one of my favorite songs in the movie. I really like her quite a bit too. I kind of actually really find her relatable, seeing she's the oldest child and always has that burden of having to take care of everything and everyone and stuff. I totally relate to that and everything. And that Surface Pressure song is really relatable to me. But I love all of the characters. Isabella, she's probably my least favorite though, but I like all of them really and everything. I don't even really have anything against Isabella. She just is my least favorite. Because she's I guess you'd say she's the baby of the kids, and the one that kind of gets her butt kissed the most. But I love all of the characters in here though, and everything. And John Leguizamo as Bruno is just absolutely great. You watch this movie and you hear his voice acting in this, and then you see or go back and watch the Ice Age movies, and it's like, dang, this dude has a lot of range, even in voice acting. Like, I've always felt like he is just a really underrated actor and everything. I haven't seen a whole lot of stuff, and everything he's in that I have seen, he's mostly been a supporting role and everything. He doesn't have a lot of starring roles, but I think he's one of those actors that is very underrated though. And another movie I love him in is Tu Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. That's a really fun movie that I'll have to review sometime But I thought he was amazing in that movie, and that might be my favorite performance of his. But he was great as Bruno. Um, and everything. I think Stephanie Beatrice, who does the voice of Mirabelle, does a really great job too, and all the rest of the voice cast are excellent in here as well. And I love most of the songs. I think they're pretty catchy. I'm not a big fan of Lin-Manuel Miranda and everything. I thought his songs in Moana were hit and miss. Some of them I liked more than others. Although I enjoy them when I watch the movies, I don't re-listen to Moana's soundtrack near as much. This one I've listened to the soundtrack a little bit more and everything. Not as much on all of the songs, but certain ones, like mainly We Don't Talk About Bruno, of course, which is the standout song in the movie, which became a huge hit. But I do love that song, and I really like I said, Surface Pressure is really good and everything. But I like the Family Madrigal song that's at the beginning of the movie, and I like a lot of the other songs in there too. But my main favorites are We Don't Talk About Bruno and Surface Pressure. And everything. I think the animation is absolutely gorgeous. It's really beautiful and colorful, and I love that too. But it also gets dark at times and stuff too. And everything. I love that about the movie too. Like it's a colorful, fun movie for the most part, but it does take its time to get serious and dark when it needs to be too. And it kind of has like I wouldn't say tonal issues, but tonal switches throughout the movie. I wouldn't say necessarily that they're issues, because they balance it really well and everything. Kind of like I kind of felt like they did that with Mulan too. Like you in Mulan, you had the scene where they were singing "A Girl Worth Fighting For," and as soon as the song is over, they walk into a camp where a bunch of people have been killed, and it totally shifts tones. But it does it with where it doesn't feel bad and everything. And this movie does that too. Like they sing we don't talk about Bruno, and then as soon as that song is done, she's finding out some dark stuff about a prophecy and stuff that he had made, and or a prediction he had or whatever about the future and stuff. It was really crazy, like how the tone of this movie is and everything. Like some of the songs are really upbeat and catchy and stuff, and then the song with her and Isabella, I can't remember the name of it, and everything, they sing that song together, and then it just switches the tone and everything. Like it goes from that song to Abuela and Mirabelle getting into it and setting up the third act of the movie. So I really like that they were able to balance that out really well. I thought that was really cool and everything. And this movie is just, like I said, it's really good though. And the family trauma stuff that is in here, this is one of the many movies nowadays that just deal with family trauma and everything. It's kind of become a cliche in animated movies, especially from Disney and Pixar and stuff. But this one, I think they handle it really well and everything. I think that the trauma being brought down because of Abuela being scared to lose her family and everything after losing her husband and stuff, I thought that was actually really well done. Very well written, and actually kind of really realistic too, like, and everything. So I thought that was really cool too. Like she, and I liked it. Like even though she's not really a villain and everything, you can see why some people would look at her that way. But then you see her story and you understand her and everything. So she's not really fully a villain and everything. So I thought that was pretty cool too. And I liked it, like the message about family caring for one another and stuff. I thought that was pretty well done and everything. So as far as negatives go, I don't really have any with this movie. Like I said, a few of the songs I'm not as crazy for, but I don't mind. I can tolerate them and stuff, and I don't mind them when I watch the movie. They don't ruin the movie for me or anything. So I don't really have anything about this movie that I really think is that bad. I wouldn't say this is like one of the most perfect Disney movies or anything, or an instant classic, but it's definitely a really good one. And it's one that I always have fun with, and I pretty much do with most Disney animated movies. There are a few that I'm not crazy for, but I don't think Disney Animation Studios has really had a movie that was completely terrible. They've had a bad movie with Ralph Breaks the Internet, but I don't think that even that one is so bad that I can't handle watching. It's definitely one of my least favorite Disney movies, but I definitely do not care for that movie near as much. But this one, it's pretty decent. So, sorry. But so all in all, I think Encanto is a really fun and vibrant movie with lovable characters, great music, and beautiful animation and everything. I think, in some ways, I do think it's kind of a instant classic Disney Animation Studios movie. But at the same time, I do feel like it's not on the level of some of their best and everything. I don't think it was even quite as good as Raya and the Last Dragon from earlier that year and everything, but I do think it's still a really good time, and I always enjoy watching it. I've enjoyed it every time since I've watched it since it first came out in the theater, and I enjoyed it a lot more than I expected to when I saw it in the theater, so I don't really have much complaints about Encanto. I think it's a good enough time and a good enough movie, so all in all, I'd say I'd give this movie a 9.5 out of 10. It's really enjoyable, and like I said, I really enjoy the cast and of characters and everything. I think they're all really great, and the songs are fun and catchy, and it's just a really fun story and everything. And I wouldn't mind seeing another movie with these characters, maybe where maybe they adventure outside of the Encanto and stuff. Like, see what could happen with them outside of it. I don't know what would happen, but I'm kind of curious and everything, what an adventure outside of the Encanto would look like with the whole family, or maybe, I don't know exactly who they should have as going along with Mirabelle, if it's just her and a few of the family members or something, but if you brought them all together and they went on an adventure together, I think it could be kind of fun and everything. We'll see whatever happens. I have a feeling we're going to get a sequel to this one, because this was one of the few animated movies that really became a big hit during the pandemic era and stuff. This one and Turning Red, so it's hard to say, but it's possible and everything. But yeah, so anyway, I give Encanto a 9.5 out of 10, and I highly recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's a really fun movie, really, like I said, beautiful animation and great story and characters and stuff, and it's definitely one of the better animated movies in recent years from Disney and everything. I will say that the Disney Animation Studios hasn't, to me, gone downhill. I know some people say that both Disney and Pixar have. I don't really see it personally with either one of them. I think they both still make really great movies, and I felt like Pixar has had nothing but has had mostly instant classics in this decade, although there's been a couple that I don't feel are quite on that level, like Luca and Elemental. I think those are just good movies, but like Turning Red and Soul were instant classic Pixar movies that are among their very best and everything. And Lightyear, that one I don't want to talk about. That I've already said enough about Lightyear, but I felt like Pixar has done pretty good, and I think Disney has too. Like, I thought they were kind of gonna take a downward spiral because of Ralph Breaks the Internet, and then Frozen 2 wasn't quite as good as the first one, but it was still good and everything. And then Raya and the Last Dragon I thought was really, really good, and I thought this was a really good movie. So, and I really enjoyed Wish. I haven't seen Strange World yet. I'll be reviewing that later this week. In fact, I'm gonna try to have it out by Sunday or Monday, but I'm looking forward to seeing that movie and seeing what I think of it and everything. So, but yeah, anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of Encanto, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.